When you first start out as a first-time leader, there are going to be a lot of challenges along the way. And on some days, you're going to want to feel like giving up. But the successful leaders are the ones who are resilient and who keep pushing through. So the question to ask here is, how can you build your resilience as a first-time leader? In this video, I'm going to share with you 11 ways to build your resilience. So let's get right started, shall we? Hi, I'm Daniel Lee from First Time Leadership. This video is based off Principle 23, from hero to zero and back. Principle 23 is part of the 30 principles of first-time leadership, that unique combination of traits that will allow you to be a successful first-time leader. To get your hands on the 30 principles of first-time leadership, there's a link in the description below. Just click on it. Number 1, humility. When you are new to leadership, you might be tempted to keep up an impression to everyone else around you that you know how to lead. But don't do that, because the attempt to keep up an impression might actually lead you to make incorrect decisions and take inappropriate actions further down the road. Instead, choose humility. Accept that you just don't know everything and that there's actually a lot of things to learn. You see, humility is a really powerful tool that successful leaders use. Because when you choose to be humble, you're more open to learning and you're more open to looking at your own experiences as well as the experiences from others. And when you gain experiences quickly, that can build up your resilience. And it starts with humility. Number 2, a positive attitude. A positive attitude can mean a big difference between viewing a challenge as detrimental or viewing it as an opportunity to learn. Having a positive attitude can increase your self-belief in your own leadership capabilities. It can also increase the confidence that you project to others, so that others will feel that you have what it takes, that you have the ability to lead. The combination of higher self-belief and stronger confidence will allow you to more easily overcome the challenges that come your way in your leadership journey. Number 3, one step at a time. Every now and then, all of us first-time leaders have this notion of the leadership greatness that we want to achieve. But then reality hits us and we wonder, how are we actually going to get there? Just like a piece of iron that is worked on by a blacksmith, it's hammered and repeatedly put into the fire. That iron becomes stronger. You are like a piece of iron. As you journey on your leadership, you'll face challenges, and as you overcome those challenges, you will learn from the experiences and become stronger. You'll become more resilient. The thing is, in order to reach that leadership greatness that you have in your mind, you have to take it one step at a time. Number 4, focus on finding a solution. When we are all early in our leadership journey, very often we're going to come across challenging situations in which, as first-time leaders, we're going to say to ourselves, we don't know. Here's the thing though, the answer may not lie in you, but it may lie in others. Instead of getting stuck on the problem and taking a problem focus and letting that problem free up your mind, focus on finding the solution. As I said, the solution might not lie in you, but it might lie in others. And by keeping a solution focus, it keeps your mind open to the possibilities. And as long as you keep your mind focused on finding the solution, you will eventually overcome that problem. And when you overcome that problem, you learn from it, and that increases your resilience and the knowledge that you can overcome the next problem that comes along. Number 5, fail, then learn to do better. This by far is one of the most common ways in which leaders become resilient. and that's to learn from their failures. When you are faced with a challenge, you either do and succeed, or you do and fail. Failure only occurs when you do not learn from the mistakes that you've made. So when you have learned from the mistakes that you've made, you gain the experience, you become wiser, you become more resilient, which allows you to then solve the next challenge that comes along. Nobody ever fails by staying in their comfort zone. It's only by continuously expanding that comfort zone do you then make mistakes, experience failure, and then learn from it. Number 6, experiencing adversity. Sometimes one of the best ways to become more resilient is just to go through life. Experience challenging situations in your journey and to observe and learn from those around you. Just like right now, at the time of this shooting, we are facing the COVID-19 situation. It's a tough time for everyone. And yet those who survive will become wiser, they learn from it, and they become more resilient. Adversity in your leadership makes you stronger when you come out of it. Number 7, rely on others. Just admit it. You don't know everything. When you accept that and you start to look at the perspectives, the opinions, the experiences that other people have to offer, what you're going to realize is that while you may approach a challenging situation in one way, by relying on the experiences, the opinions, and the perspectives of others, you will discover and learn different ways to resolve the same issue. The advantage is that not only do you resolve a challenging situation much quicker, you will also learn different ways of tackling that same issue. That increases your knowledge, improves your experiences, and makes you more resilient over time. Number 8, mentorship. I wrote in one of my blogs, 16 advice to give to your younger self. The advantage of having a mentor who has walked the journey further down the road than you is invaluable, because the hindsight that they can have is something that they can offer to you. Hindsight is a wonderful tool because it allows you to look at things differently and how you would have done things better. And when you can draw on the experiences of the hindsight that your mentors have, it allows you to resolve your challenges quicker and in different ways because of the insights that they give. And when you are able to move along your leadership journey quicker, that means you're gaining more experiences, and that makes you more resilient over time. Number 9, get adequate rest. No doubt, one of the most understated ways to build your resilience is to actually get adequate rest. Let's face it, leadership calls upon you in many different ways. They might be your physical, mental, emotional, psychological. You just never know what being a leader is going to ask of you. If you don't have enough rest, how are you going to have the energy to deal with the situations before you? Being resilient as a leader requires energy. So make sure you're getting enough rest. Number 10, your reason for being a leader. A leader once told me that to be a successful leader requires you to go on a lifelong learning journey. There are going to be times when you're going to face challenging situations. Others are going to doubt your leadership. You are going to doubt your own ability to lead. The question then becomes, why are you leading in the first place? In order to keep improving as a leader, especially when you are a first-time leader, requires you to take the time and effort to keep learning, keep experimenting, keep failing, and to keep improving. Your reason to lead and the clarity of that reason becomes the fuel for your resilience in your leadership journey. Number 11, accept feedback from others. When others offer you feedback, be gracious and accept that feedback, because it shows that they are concerned about you and want you to develop as a leader. I believe it was Ken Blanchett who once was quoted that feedback is the breakfast of champions. Take the feedback, understand what you can learn from it, and improve in your leadership, which in turn improves your resilience. If you've enjoyed this video so far, really appreciate if you hit that like button. It helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. And if you have not yet subscribed to First Time Leadership, do click the subscribe button so that you get notified of the latest videos when it comes out to help you with your first time leadership journey. Resilience is just like any subject that you learn in school. You can improve it, and it's a skill set that you can build on. The best time to learn to be resilient and to improve it is when we don't need it. For example, when we have lots of energy and we have adequate rest and things are going our way. To improve your physical resilience, we train our bodies. We eat well. We get adequate rest. To train our emotional, psychological, and mental resilience, we need to stress our minds and our heart, go through a structured program, take in enabling thoughts, and make sure we get adequate rest. So that's pretty much it. 11 ways to be a resilient first-time leader and to grow your resilience over time. I hope that at the very least you found one way that has connected with you and is something that you can take away and implement straight away. That's pretty much it. My name is Daniel Lee from First Time Leadership. I look forward to seeing you soon.